area goes until tomorrow in the late afternoon and evening hours. Dangerous heat builds back on in. High humidity. It's a bit above average. Right now we're already in the upper 80s to around 90, 89 in Springfield, 90 in Camden as well as Harrison, 88 in West Plains. Feels like temperatures all 100s in some spots. Right now 102 in Camden, 100 in Mountain Home. 88 is what it feels like in Branson right now, and throughout the day today we'll continue to climb. Feels like temperatures 105, maybe even a little bit greater in some spots by around 2 to 5 today, even still by 6 o'clock feeling like the 100s. Actual temperatures will be back mid-90s for many by 4, maybe a little bit warmer in some of our easternmost counties. Regardless, we are bit above average for this time of year, and tomorrow even hotter. We'll talk more about who could flirt with the 100s for tomorrow coming up soon. For a few isolated pop-ups heading into the afternoon, and we'll talk about that. Be looking out for our next cold front and counting down the hours till it arrives. North will work its way on in tomorrow, but unfortunately we won't feel the cooler air quite until Wednesday, and it'll feel great compared to today and tomorrow. Until mentioned, a few pop-up showers possible in some of our easternmost counties, mostly south of I-4. Heading into the evening hours, still 1 or 2 by 6 o'clock. Mostly clear, and then tomorrow we'll look at the cold front starting to work its way on in. Not looking at much in the way of rain with that front for us. Maybe a little bit of rain tomorrow morning. And we could see maybe a few isolated showers and thunderstorms with that front. Mostly in northern Arkansas. You can see this model, though, it's not really buying into it. Then as we take you into Tuesday night, certainly drier behind that cold front for your Wednesday. Today, though, hot. Our temperatures this afternoon in the mid-90s. Average high is 90 degrees, so we're a couple degrees above average. The making it feel much hotter. Overnight tonight, lows staying very warm as well. Out the door tomorrow morning. So we have this big upper level ridge today, tomorrow here. Rockies into the central U.S. It gets a little bit closer tomorrow, so we warm up a little bit. And feels like temperatures for your Tuesday will continue to 90s already by around 10 a.m. I'd say around 100 to up to 100 afternoon. Actually a bit hotter than what this model here shows. So this is kind of on the day tomorrow. Then by around 10 o'clock, we'll be back in the low to mid 80s. 90s still at 10 p.m. in Arkansas, and then we'll look at temperatures back into the mid to upper 80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with some rain chance. Mostly Friday, especially heading into the evening and overnight hours, and a small chance Saturday. Heat up again this weekend and at the start of next week. Thursday, I don't want to rule out a few isolated in the afternoon and evening hours. Friday, some better rain chances on the way. A little bit earlier, certainly some by the afternoon and evening hours, though, with some potentially into early Saturday morning. It's just not going to be a significant amount for many. Some spots may pick up around half of an inch to an inch of rain. That better chance is going to be easternmost counties. Around 100 to maybe 110 degrees this afternoon thanks to high humidity. Staying very humid today and much of tomorrow. A heat advisory continuing to about to go effect. Technically it begins at 1. Regardless, it's hot today and tomorrow for our entire the pink you see extreme heat warnings, the red extreme heat watches for everyone. Feels like the 100s. Right now we are looking at temperatures in the 90s for most. 91 in Springfield, 92 in Harrison right now, and feels like temperatures already in spots. 104 is what it feels like in Camden right now, 103 in Mountain Home. In Springfield, 96 is what it feels like in Monette. And throughout the day today, I'd say it feels like temperature 100 to some, maybe around 110 this afternoon or closer to Regardless, stays hot even into the evening hours. 95 at 9 p.m. is what it'll. And actual temperatures around 93 to 95 degrees by 4 p.m. today too. So all the days today and tomorrow, we are looking at dangerous heat. Feels like temperatures into the 100s. Take lots of air conditioning breaks, drink lots of water, and we'll talk more about your next cold front coming up. Starting to pop up east Highway 65. Some brief pockets of heavy rain possible. Not everyone will see showers today. There is a chance for a few of you. And we're tracking our next cold front. It's so hot, we're already looking out for the relief on the way. Currently situated off in parts of the northern plains. It arrives tomorrow, but we don't really feel that relief until Wednesday. So today, tomorrow, very hot afternoons. Will be dry, but we will see a few isolated showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two into the afternoon. Chance east of 65, continuing into the evening hours to see a few isolated here and there. Tonight, though, looking dry and mostly clear. And tomorrow, we'll start off with some sunshine. Cold front will start to work its way on in during the afternoon. And unfortunately, it looks like it passes by mostly dry. I don't want to rule out, though, still maybe a few more showers than what this model here shows, especially south of I-44 and in the evening in parts of northern Arkansas. So there is still a low rain chance tomorrow as well. And then we'll begin to dry out Tuesday night and temperatures will start to cool off. Now today, not cool about it. We'll be in the mid 90s for highs, feeling hotter, feeling around 100 to 110. Even still at 9 o'clock, we'll feel like we will be in the mid 80s. We'll feel even hotter, but overnight lows not cooling off either, well above average in the upper 70s. And this is also where it gets a bit dangerous. Overnight lows not really cooling off, so we're really not seeing any relief between now all the way through Tuesday evening. All thanks to this big upper level ridge here across parts of the western and into central U.S. This is helping pull in some hot air, and tomorrow it works its way a little bit closer to us as well. Cooler air stays well off to our north and feels like temperatures tomorrow could even be a little bit hotter than today for many. I'd say still around 100 to 110, but a couple more degrees than what we'll see this afternoon. So this is 3 o'clock. We have a couple more areas closer to maybe that 110 mark. And then by 10 o'clock, some feeling like the mid 80s, some still feeling like the 90s in Arkansas. And then the cold front will drop us back maybe even around 10 degrees by Wednesday. So we'll go from the upper 90s for highs tomorrow back down into the upper 80s Wednesday, about a 10% chance of rain tomorrow too. And then chances go up later on in the week with our best chance likely arriving on continuing into the overnight hours and maybe early Saturday before we warm up again this weekend. Thursday, a few more showers maybe than what this model here shows. Still pretty isolated, not a washout. Means a little bit of rain possible overnight into Friday morning, and then better coverage heading into Friday afternoon. And then a little bit hangs around overnight into Saturday. It's not going to be a significant amount. Better rainfall coverage and totals will be across parts of northern Missouri, but areas especially of I-44 could pick up maybe around half of an inch to an inch and a half of rain, with still a couple areas further south, maybe closer to that half of an inch. Systems, one off to our north. We're into parts of Illinois, producing a couple severe storms, including now a new tornado off to the southeast. This will stay out of our area, but a severe threat here today. We are looking at the Gulf, where what has been a quiet hurricane is starting to become just a little more active, where we are looking at this storm system, that counterclockwise rotation, and this is tropical depression. And this is going to be potentially our next named system. So we are at 35 miles an hour. It is forecasted to become a tropical storm before working its way right along the Gulf Coast, potentially making Louisiana on Wednesday as a tropical storm with maybe winds around 50 miles. This will be kind of a weaker system and then working its way maybe back over towards the back over into parts of Texas later on in the week. So we're watching this, tracking rain Rain, of course, back over into the panhandle of Florida, obviously over the ocean. Right along the Louisiana coast here, some spots may be picking up around 4 of rain over the next 7 days thanks to this system, and we'll continue to take hurricane season closely, but right now this would only be our second storm so far this season. A little bit of rain back over in some of our eastern counties. Some pockets of heavy rain right now. Look, southern Pulaski County into eastern Lake County. A few isolated pop-ups over towards Roby, Licking, north of Houston, Kabul. About you guys just saw a little bit of some light rain. Shannon County, we have a few more heavy showers. Thunderstorm just east of you. Nothing severe expected though for the day. And then back over into parts of Oregon County, some heavy rain in the eastern part of the county, north of West Plains, and really heading into West Plains, maybe a shower. Overall though, many will stay dry today. There's just a few pop-ups. Northern Arkansas not seeing much right now. A little bit of rain over towards Tomahawk, kind of dying off there, and back over south of Diamond City. A stray shower or two, but everyone's still hot and feels like temperatures. Checking them out now, 103 still in Mountain Home, 99 here in Springfield, 98 in Branson, and 102 in Warsaw. Feels like today, tomorrow, dangerous heat. We'll feel up to 110 in some spots. Be sure to take plenty of air conditioning break, drink lots of water, and be sure to check on your neighbors as well and make sure everyone is able to cool off today and tomorrow with the big heat. This afternoon, mid-90s for highs today, above feeling around 100 to 110 degrees thanks to high humidity. Tomorrow, it'll still feel around 100 to 110 tomorrow, but we do have a cold in. That's actually going to cool us off on Wednesday. Wednesday will feel great. We'll have a lot of sun today. Heat advisory for all of our counties. The Ozarks. We'll do it again tomorrow. Heat index today, tomorrow, up to about 110 degrees. Right now, actual temperatures for many about 93 to 95. A few cool in some of our eastern counties in the low 90s, which still isn't that cool, but that's because of cloud cover and even a little bit of rain. Right now, 107 is what it feels like in Camden, 103 in West, 109 in Salem, and 104 in Lamar right now. As we head into the evening, feels like temperatures will still be into the 100s, I'd say by around 7 o'clock, and gradually dropping, still feeling like the mid-90s at 9 p.m. though. So a hot evening, a hot night tonight. Any cool down today has been brief, but we have couple showers to cool some of you off. Right now, some heavy rain though into parts of southern Texas County. Thunderstorms, nothing severe though, and we'll continue to look at rain wrapping up over the next couple of hours. Upper 70s waking up tomorrow morning. Highs tomorrow will be back in the mid to even a few upper 90s for some of you, but we are tracking a cold front, and I'll show you when the cooler air arrives behind it coming up. A little wetter in some of our eastern counties today. Let's take you into a thunderstorm back over into parts of northern Howell County now over toward Mountain View. A lot of lightning and some heavy rain in that thunderstorm there, likely a loud one for you. Over in Shannon County towards Eminence, south of Bunker, we are looking at some rain, a little bit of lightning there too, but after the rain moves out, it's even more humid, and so it'll feel really rough after the rain cools you off. Right now, we are looking at the rain, like I mentioned, mostly south of I-44, north of the interstate. Mostly dry. We've had a lot of sunshine today, and we are looking at a cold front situated off to our north as well. This front moves on in tomorrow, but it's not going to cool us off quite yet tomorrow. So over the next couple of hours, the rain will dry on out and will be dry as we head the overnight hours tonight and clear. For the day tomorrow, we'll see that cold front move on in, but rain chances unfortunately tonight into tomorrow morning off to our north. And I don't want to rule out a few isolated showers tomorrow afternoon and evening again along that front and out ahead of it. However, many models are keeping us completely dry for the day tomorrow. I'd say if there's a little bit of rain, it would likely fall in northern Arkansas. A few thunderstorms in the evening could be possible. It's not going to be widespread though by any means. Now temperatures this evening staying very hot, mid 80s still at 9 o'clock. with overnight lows tonight in the upper 70s. A toasty start to the morning tomorrow. This is where it also gets really dangerous. Our highs are above average and feeling even hotter, but our overnight lows not really cooling is a problem. Then tomorrow afternoon we'll jump back in to the mid to upper 90s for many, maybe low 90s in some of our northern counties as that front passes by just a little bit sooner. But you could flirt with 100 for the first time this year in parts of northern Arkansas. Now we will continue to see our upper level setup featuring this big upper level ridge for the day tomorrow. That's helping pull in hot weather. Stormy weather stays back off well to our north and east, but as we head into the middle of the week, that front passes by and will cool down and our pattern starts to change up just a bit. But by 10 a.m. tomorrow, many will already feel like 100 degrees. And then in the afternoon, up to 110 degrees is what it should feel like. Then as we take into 10 p.m., it gets a little bit better. Wednesday, though, is when we see the difference. We'll drop about 10 degrees for your high. By Thursday, we'll see mid 80s, a little bit of rain. Better rain chances going up, though. Friday will likely be the wettest day of the week. Here's how this plays out. I do think we'll see a few isolated showers maybe Thursday afternoon and into the evening hours. Not looking to be widespread. Better rain coverage. Friday, some heavy rain off to our north. We'll see maybe a few thunderstorms. Right now, not looking at anything severe, but maybe some heavy rain for some of you, which is still welcome. At least it's not heavily every single day this week, but we are looking at rainfall totals that should be pretty mild for many. On average, many picking up around half of an inch. Some isolated totals could be greater than an inch, like the heaviest likely across parts of Atlantic. Hurricane season so far a little more active, where we are looking at tropical depression 2 in the Gulf. Right here, winds with this storm system at 35 miles an hour. Slowly northwest at about 3 miles an hour, and these red boxes you see here coast, that is tropical storm watches in place. So winds need to just reach 30 hours sustained to finally reach tropical storm strength and become our next name, which is Bertha. So this storm is expected to work its way further off to the next 24 to 48 hours very slowly, so it will drop a decent amount on the Gulf Coast and then potentially make landfall as a tropical storm midweek over in Louisiana, working its way back into the Gulf and then making its way over into Texas later on. Looking at rainfall totals, the heaviest of the rain stays back over in the Gulf, but some spots could potentially pick up more than 4 inches of rain in a few areas. Does not factor in some storm surge that can be seen along beaches here as well, where we do have a few showers and thunderstorms. Looking drier north of I-44 for many. Back in parts of southern Pulaski County, south of Waynesville, a little bit of rain. Heading back down towards Roby and then back over southwest of Licking. Kind of along 63, a shower producing a few pockets of heavy rain there. And then into parts of far eastern Dent County, a little bit of rain. Eastern Shannon County, a thunderstorm producing a lot of lightning and some heavy rain. It's clipping eminence back over into the parts of eastern Shannon County, down over towards Winona, some light rain as well. And then obviously this thunderstorm that just passed through Mountain View, heading south over towards West Plains. Hey, that's producing a lot of lightning and some very heavy rain in spots. So if you are in West Plains, get ready for a thunderstorm. And then back over towards Branson, an isolated pop-up, and then back over towards, let's say, 125 south of Hercules, looking at a pop-up there as well, mostly on the lighter side. If you do see some rain, it'll cool you down briefly, but increase your humidity behind it. Over the next couple of hours, still by 7 o'clock, feeling like the 100s in areas, really for many. And then tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. will likely feel like the 90s already. Tomorrow up to 110, I think, is what it should feel like by 3 o'clock. To cool off that much, we'll still be in the 80s. Heading into the early overnight hours by around 11 o'clock, 81, and then overnight lows above average. To temperatures in the upper 70s, lighter winds, and we'll have most clear skies as well, drying off over the next couple of hours. We'll stay dry tonight. Tomorrow, temperatures A little variable, could be just a little cooler. I'd say maybe around 92 to 94 in some of our most counties, and then upper 90s flirting with triple digits in Arkansas tomorrow. There will be a cold front through. Most of us won't feel it really until Wednesday. And we'll talk more about your heat indices again tomorrow and some better chances on the horizon coming up soon on KY3 News. Hot day tomorrow as well. In place for all of our counties here in the Ozarks. That pink you see, an extreme heat warning back off east, but feels like temperatures tomorrow up to 110 again. Right now 93 to for most areas, a little cooler in West Plains with some cloud cover and some rain about to move on in. 95 in Monette right now with feels like temperatures 107 in Camdenton. Branson, 102 is what it feels like in Harrison. Let's find a really hot spot, really just about every map. 107 in Fort Smith as well. Over the next couple of hours, we'll see feels like temperatures. It's still at 7, 8 o'clock. We'll start to finally drop into the upper 90s by 8. And then overnight tonight staying very warm. We've had a little bit of rain today to cool you off briefly, but it has got some higher humidity in some areas and really just a few isolated showers and storms south of I-40 have stayed dry. We'll wake up in the upper 70s tomorrow morning, well above average with highs upper 90s for some of you. Let's track your next cold front and some better rain chances on the horizon coming up. But we have seen a few showers, even a few thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. Right now, the rain chance is still situated south of I-44. Isolated pop-up around Branson, but obviously the main swath right here moving into Howell County. You see it's weakening right now. Started off with a lot of lightning towards Mountain View, and now not a lot as it inches its way further off to the south. The next couple of hours will begin to dry out, and we turn our attention to a cold front to our north that will this evening looking pretty dry. Overnight tonight will stay dry. Tomorrow starting off with some sunshine. A few more passing clouds at times during the day as the cold front continues to work its way on in. This model keeps us pretty dry as well tomorrow. However, I do think we'll see maybe a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. Nothing widespread. Most will stay completely dry, and then heading into the evening drier as well. Wednesday looking dry, but some changes on Wednesday with some cooler air having moved on in. This evening, nothing cool about it. We'll be in the mid 80s still at 9 o'clock. Lows above average in the upper 70s, and highs tomorrow in the mid to upper 90s. I even think a little bit warmer in some of our northern counties than this model here shows. Maybe even flirting with the triple digits for actual temperatures in Arkansas. This big upper level ridge to blame, keeping us hot, keeping us pretty quiet to start the week off. We're continuing to pull in some warmer air for the day tomorrow. The cooler, stormy weather stays off to our north. Feels like temperatures tomorrow with high humidity by 10 a.m. already around the triple digits, up to 110 tomorrow afternoon. And then the cold front slides on in. Temperatures still at 10 o'clock will feel very warm, but by Wednesday we'll drop about 10 degrees in your highs, staying in the mid 80s Thursday and Friday with rain chances going up heading into your Friday as well. Small chance for rain on Thursday. Most will be dry, isolated shower maybe in the afternoon and evening. Then on Friday, a larger wave of rain begins to move on in. Some scattered showers, maybe a few thunderstorms. Right now, not looking at anything severe, nothing too heavy either. And then we'll see a little bit of rain overnight, potentially into parts of early Saturday. Not a washout though. I think most of the weekend is dry and heating up again. Now rainfall total wise over the next 7 days, Friday's that best chance. Many will see close to about ½ of an inch of rain or less. Be closer to that ½ of an inch mark in some of our northernmost counties. Isolated higher totals if you do sit under a thunderstorm, but most won't see that for the week.
We're talking a lot about heat, and for good reason.
Yeah, dangerous heat again tomorrow. We could feel up to 1.
Isn't it?
It is.
You're watching KY3 News at 5. Emily and Steve right back here.